No, see, watch. He just beached himself. And yes, I could push him in like a whale, but I just want to see how long this takes. Hello everyone, welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 11. I was doing it quick before, how come I can't do it quick now? There we go, woo! So, as you can see, I've done a lot of work on getting this village leveled out. Inside the fence, and I've got you can't see the fence, but I got the fence filled all the way through. You can see where we had moved the gardens. Like I said, I won't move the taller ones down until we get rid of this gigantic monstrosity. I got a little hut built over there. I got another one here, one back there. I put an apartment down here. And if you notice, I started filling in... ooh, there's some more. Maybe not. Filling in some of the blocks I didn't want to build out of, like some sand and dirt. With those emerald blocks that I had because I traded so much paper with the villager for absolutely no reason. So I figured I'd just start using it. It's kind of an eyesore, but it's just kind of fun. So what we're going to start with today is we're going to take down the rest of this. If you can see to the distance there, I kind of got it stepped down with a space between the lowest step and the fence. That way mobs can't fall in. I think spiders can probably jump in, and of course skeletons can shoot in, but I don't really plan on being around this village with mobs turned on until it's pretty much flattened all around and flat anyway. This is more of a early precaution. So I think what we're going to do most of today is actually time-lapse tearing down this village and starting on the one that's way over there. You can't really see it because there's this building and then this hill in the way. But yeah, so we're going to just start cranking through. I've got a empty inventory. I've got a new shovel and pickaxe ready to go because I'm about to bust both of these. And the rate I've been going through, we don't know how long it'll last. But that's okay. Before I start the time lapse, I will say that I'll be talking a little bit about some future plans. I've got a big build coming up. That's probably going to take several episodes. It'll be really fun, I hope. And I've got it kind of half planned out, and I hope the rest of it just kind of falls into place. There would be a lot of guessing involved, which I usually kind of find fun to see people like just kind of play around and figure it out. So we'll be trying that a little bit more. Oh, look at that. Already broke my shovel. Alright, on to the time lapse. So a couple things occurred to me. One, I need to tell you about how I had to fix this farm. Super obvious. You know, I was saying I couldn't figure out why, you know, that wasn't really producing. I figured out just because I wasn't here. No, it's because entities float in water now. So you remember I had a column of water going all the way up here. And when I went up to look at it, there was just a stack of pumpkins and melon slices. So all I did was I removed the column going down, and I just put a block of water back there. Well, then they were shooting out so fast they wouldn't always drop, so I put this cobblestone block right here just to let them fly out into this if they needed to. And I've been getting a lot better drops. I just got here, so there's not really anything here right now. I think this is the one time it ran since I've been here. The other thing is that, you know, I've done a lot of time lapses and even some active video of me tearing down mountains. What I have not done is shown a lot of how I fill in these empty spots. Now, is that really important? Well, no, not really. Is it important to see me tear down mountains either? No, not at all. Now, I have found that this method is not too bad when you're crossing a span. You can do it straight, you can do it at an angle, you can do whatever. But if you look, I've got the diagonal pieces here. And the reason I do that, you'll see this when I'm doing this, is I think it's actually kind of quicker just to kind of give it a fast pace walk, not really a run, not really just this normal walk, and just thump them in. Sometimes you accidentally hit the, you put a block on top of ground level essentially and then have to break it, but more often than not you just kind of whip through, and it's, I don't know, it seems faster, maybe it's not. I do like this method because I can do it one-handed and, you know, check my phone or whatever while I'm doing something else. It does mean you walk slower, so if you just kind of do and just do that. Now, the way I was doing it before, I kind of learned that you could, let's see, like that happens. Before you could just push R3, remember on the PS4 now, push the right joystick down to crouch, like when you hold shift on the PC version, or I think push down on the Vita, and I'm sure there's something very similar. The Xbox controller is probably very similar to what the PS3 and 4 is, just, you know, with the joystick and the buttons flipped. At any rate, I didn't realize that, and we got a lot of dirt to get through, don't we? I didn't realize that you could crouch and do that, so I would do like giant builds up in the air and just kind of like balance and save a lot. So if I was doing this, like right now you can see I'm not crouched, and I would just kind of go over to the edge and do that, which made for some real fun times. Especially, remember, as I was talking to begin with, fines always throw me off. I was talking way in episode 1, I believe, about how you know, when I was working on this before, and full disclosure, still haven't finished my first Flat New World on my Vita. I play it here and there. It's kind of getting boring, and this is more exciting because it's brand new, and I'm doing cool builds and recording, and, you know, just being a goof for an audience. This is kind of what I like to do. I think I just put one way low. Okay, and of course, I interrupted myself like 3 times again, so I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Oh, so working at a level above and then building like this, you can see how slow it is because you do 1, maybe 3 at a time. You fall in all the time. You fall in, you have to find a way to kind of curve around. So one of the reasons that I definitely decided to do this is that I could just drop in whenever I needed to. I've also found there, if you put them underneath the, I can't see. The problem with the rain is I can't really see what's going on. If you can get them popped underneath, they just pop off for you. It's slightly quicker, although I tend to miss it. So if you practice, you can get that tip done. This way, if it's low, I like to just do that. That's the quickest way of doing it. What you see here is my slime farm in progress. I've got all the parts in here to do it, so gather these parts for later episodes. You can play along. We'll go through it more, but basically there'll be an iron golem up here. Slimes will jump into here. They'll die. They'll drop stuff. Occasionally you get other drops too. Mostly I've gotten some spiders here and there. Occasionally a cow or something. But it's just an easy kind of real passive. You don't need a lot of slimes anyway, so you just let it go. And so yeah, we'll just continue going through this until I've run out of dirt blocks. And then maybe we'll head to that third village. We've already got 2 of the 3 villages lowered to where they need to be. The third village should be fairly easy. The desert one was really the problem one because it was so high up. And as you saw, I didn't even lower the buildings. I just kind of removed the hills around them and put up way too many stairs to make it look silly. Which I kind of enjoyed. It was just fun to figure out how to make it look kind of like right, even though you've got this massive stair set going into this little tiny hovel above another tiny hovel. The upstairs, downstairs, as I said. See, this is much faster doing it this way because you're at full speed. You're going through, and so what I'll probably do is I'll just keep going back and forth for a while. I'm still noticing that squid will kill themselves. They'll beach themselves. That was new to Update Aquatic, I believe. I've never seen them do that before. Then again, it's been several updates in my other flattening worlds since I've had bare water out there. Although sometimes I swear, sometimes you can see, you know, like you'll see the squid legs pop through. Just like if you're in the nether and you've built something, sometimes you'll see gas legs poke through and it kind of startles you at first. Oh look, the rain finally stopped. But on this version, I think that I've actually seen, like, I found ink kind of far in from the edge, so it looks like the squid will even come up underneath it and kill themselves just getting stuck in the dirt somehow. Maybe not. Maybe this has always been close to the edge. I never saw it. I never noticed, but I'm pretty sure I saw them in at least, you know, a few in. So who knows? Maybe that's what is going on. Oh, that's what's going on. Another concern I have, and it didn't occur to me until I was watching someone's video, and they mentioned that, I want to say it was Il Mango. It's either Il Mango or IBX Toy Cat, mentioning that dolphins need air and water to live, and if I close up all the water like this, I won't have any dolphins. On the one hand, I don't really care because, once again, flattening the world is the primary thing. It would be cool to kind of play around with all these things, but, you know, we got Update Aquatic and we don't have any of the structures, so a lot of stuff we can't do anyway. But also, since I plan to sink in the ocean for a guardian farm, there'll be spots there where they'll have, I'm hoping, I wonder, so does the water, can the vertical water count, basically is what I'm looking for. We'll find out. Maybe the dolphins are fine if they can kind of swim in and out of vertical water a little bit just to get some air. I don't know. We'll see. Otherwise, we just won't have any dolphins, or we'll just see a bunch of dolphins die when we're in there, and we won't spend a lot of time in there because that's sad. So, yeah, I laughed and I said, that's really sad. For those of you from, I don't know. No, see, watch. He just beached himself. And yes, I could push him in like a whale, but I just want to see how long this takes. Oh, there he goes, starting to die. And he's gone. That's so weird. Yeah, there it comes. I'm being morbid and waiting for the ink sac to float up. I don't know if I'll ever have cause for it again. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me of something. Let me get to the end of this part, and let's walk in here for a second. I was going through the possible achievements. Oh, come on, through the door. And I noticed this one, so I managed to get the, you know, whatever the heck they call it. You get all of the different colors of wool block. So I went through and primarily just found all the flowers and the combinations. I just built them, and there we go. Hit that achievement. And that was, honestly, that was probably around episode 2 or 3, and I just forgot to bring it up until now. This still jumps stuff out. You know, I bet if I put, well, I can't really put glass there. I'm not too worried about it. Once again, we have almost no use for any of this melon and pumpkin. Well, pumpkins I might use for some lighting, but almost no use for the melon. Just kind of be cool. And you can already see that, yeah, this is working well. This one, the update on this, the doors, what are these trapdoors here, have worked. Playing this for a few weeks since then, the minecarts have not strayed at all. So definitely put these in if you build this. And you can see, we're almost at a full stack. And all three of these. And I haven't been spending much time here. I've been spending up time in the desert village. So that's pretty good return on a very quick build. Something I should have done really before I spent so much time at the beach planting all the sugarcane there. Of course, I also spent all that time with the sugarcane so I could trade to that villager and get the maps that for the structures that I had already found. So sometimes I guess it, best laid plans and whatnot. I've been saying it a few times. Let's do a time lapse, and I'm like halfway through this stuff now. Okay. So let's see. We see the squid kill itself. We see some fish fly around. We talked about this. We talked about that. We saw some updates. So yeah, we'll go ahead and finish this up in a time lapse, and I'll see y'all in a minute. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. One of these things is not like the other. Can you figure it out before I finish my song? Is that how it went? It was close to that. Does Sesame Street still do that on HBO? Or is it all gritty and dark now? Get out of here, Cal. What is your problem? Nope. You're dead. Marked for death. I want to say that was Steven Seagal. Nope. You stay in there. Man, as soon as you open a gate, they want to bolt. Eesh. Yeah, okay. Let me drop this in there. Let me drop this in there. You can see I've been doing a lot of fishing, mostly for the enchanted books. That's one of the main reasons I wanted fishing. So I'll go through and we'll start picking out some books. What I'll do is I'll pick them all out and kind of line them up for what tools and armor pieces I want. We'll just we'll talk about. We'll have a big old episode of going through them all. Right now I'm at 44 levels, and that was honestly just mining and cooking fish. I mean, you can, well, I guess, and fishing. So when you mine coal, which is pretty much all I've been mining, that would give that stuff. That's one way to get it in there. Oh, I missed one. We mine coal and, other valuable stuff like redstone, which has been a while since I found any of that because I haven't been underground. Of course, you get XP. Fishing gets XP. I got a little bit for killing the cow there, but mostly it's coal mining because one thing you'll see there's coal up here. It's above sea level. When you take down mountains, you find coal, and lots of it. There's some even over here. So we get a lot of XP through coal, just going through and tearing down mountains. And also fishing does give you XP. I mean, I've got my mending rod, but that, only needs so much, and then the extra goes straight into the bank because I don't have any enchanted armor. So I've been doing a lot of AFK fishing. I also tend to leave these doors open. A lot of AFK fishing off camera to get a bunch of stuff. Let's see, I'm going to try to sort it out. Let's see, this is water bottles for potions and pufferfish because you just get a lot of pufferfish. That's empty. That's empty. You get a lot of saddles, which is why, and boots. I thought the first time I saw boots, when you fish them, it's kind of an old like vaudeville gag or before. Anyway, the saddles is why all my pigs have saddles. That way I know I bred them. But pulling the boots out of your fishing is an old, at least silent movie gag. It goes back a way. So I thought the first time I saw it on Minecraft years ago, it made me laugh just because it was like, what a throwback to an old gag. It's details like that we all enjoy in our video games, things like that. And even if you never got the gag and you still have no idea what I'm talking about, that's cool. I did. Other people like me did. And there's other things you're getting that I'm not. So the little things you find are always pretty cool. Let's see. Is this nice and updated? Yeah, it should be. So this village is flat. This village is flat. You can see that the green is taking over nicely. And then this will be our last village to do. We still got that giant mansion to take down. We've got the underwater monument, or whatever they call them, to tear down and build some guardian farms. Our skeleton spawner is down here in this bottom corner somewhere. And what we'll do there is actually we'll dig down and clear out the entire chunk. Because of the way that Minecraft reads chunks, it reads from the bottom up. So if you've got nothing above it, it just stops reading it and resets it so they spawn faster. And we'll do that because that'll be a really good XP farm, and also to get minor stuff. I talked about that before. And I love how the fact there's this one red dot here. I don't know if you can see it above my crosshair. Jeez. Kind of above the crosshair. There's one red dot, and that's the lava flow that's coming off that mountain. That's all it is. It's a little bit. That's a little bit. That's how you find surface lava. If you look carefully through this, which I really haven't, but I know because I've been around the world enough, there really is no other surface lava besides that, which is fairly normal. You don't see a lot of it. So this is a little snowy biome. I checked. There's no packed ice or blue ice, so we're kind of stuck on that aspect. This little patch of snow means there's a really tall mountain. This patch of snow means there's a really tall mountain. Same here, 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 and here. And looks like a little bit here. So that's actually not too bad for giant mountains. I mean, we can look out and see we've got some pretty big ones. Well, I mean, it's dark now. But if you could see there in the distance, we've got some pretty big ones. Not just marked by the snow, including right there. So yeah, that'll be a lot of time tearing them down. and the reason why I kind of want to get to the XP farms and get my tools enchanted so I can just start grinding away, because that's what it's going to be a lot of. It's going to be grinding, but without the benefit of, you know, coming out of it with a really cool outfit or whatever other games I don't play have you grind for. I did add, I've been doing filling up water, I've been finding clay deposits. I've been digging those out, so I had a clay chest here. I finally did a sand one. The one in jeez, I can never get out of doors. The one in the main base is not full yet for our TNT, but it's getting there. Is it this one? Yes, this one. So we've got lots of sand, so I've just been dumping it in there, and I've been leaving most of the cobblestone and all the other stones just in chests in the villages I've been leveling out, and that'll pretty much end up happening. We'll just have this entire world scattered with a random chest full of mostly random junk. Another thing we'll do once we start turning on mobs more often, and especially once we get them on and just kind of leave them on, is I'll build little huts every so often just to have an extra bed and some storage and, you know, crafting table and even a furnace or two just to do some quick smelting, so that we have little bases of operations, because we don't want to keep running back and forth to the center base, you know, when we're way out in the corner trying to tear stuff down. Oh wait, there's one more thing before I sign off. I haven't been around here. That is not the door I expected. In previous times, in other games I've played, I've actually marked the doors of what direction they are, like north, east, southwest, so I can tell where I'm facing. It also would help if these what are these white wood birch doors didn't have a shade on them. So whoops. Okay, you know what? It's only been here for like 100 years. I should know what this is by now. Let's make up our melon. Not too shabby. Dump, dump, and dump. Not bad for only being around here a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got time for right now. It's been a great time of flattening and leveling and whatever. Flattening up, flattening down, building up, building too flat, tearing down too flat. At any rate, I will talk to everyone later.